Okay, so this is part two. This is day four. We cut the last one short because God, just so tired. So, hopefully I have a little bit more energy this evening. So, and again, I don't know if I'll smash these vids together and you'll just see one where all of a sudden I dress better and I'm a little bit hairier, but maybe, maybe not. So, we've got the Berserker who's trying to explore the cliff here. So you see, explore the cliff. Each day, your first move into a mountain phase costs one instead of two. That's really good. And I'll tell you, the main reason is because it avoids one of the huge dangers here, say, or in the crag, and even in some of the mountain tiles here is mountain hexes. Is I'm sorry. Yeah, well, that's a good start, guys. uh, And that is that, if you're in Cliff 6, you cannot run to 1 or 4. If you don't know this passage and you get stopped by, say, a monster you can't run from, not even stopped, let's say you're hidden and there's two serpents in there. Now, the Berserker does not want to fight those serpents. That's a bad fight for him. But now he's sort of screwed because you can't walk out of here this way, and you can't walk out of here this way. Because it costs 2 move actions, and as soon as you end a phase here, you're going to be trapped by those snakes. So you always end up in a bad spot, and the mountains are extremely difficult to manage. And oftentimes you're better off running out of the clearing during the combat section. So, but if the first move out of into a mountain a clearing takes 1 move instead of 2, then all of a sudden you can walk out of there. It opens up your possibilities quite a bit in the mountains. So, having said that, our Berserker is going to, oops, that did not help me. What I need to do is I need to put up my board here. So give me 2 seconds. The Berserker, what he's going to do is he is going to head to 6. He's going to have to hide, and then he's going to have to search. And hopefully we get lucky and find that thing before too many days pass, because the other unfortunate thing is that we'd really just rather not. We'd rather not pop all the like. We don't want to pop 2 snakes. We don't want to pop 2 spiders, right? We got to be quick. We got to get out of here. Sort of ASAP. Why? Okay, I'm seem to be typing on my stuff here. So as a Berserker, we're gonna move to 6. Well, we're gonna hide first. Then we're going to move to 6. And then we're going to do a search. And of course, I'm going to put an extra rest so I remember. So we're done there. The Magician, where the hell is the Magician? So the Magician is trying to get to here to do his spell thing. And he did make it through. So fortunately, he did indeed make it through here. So that's cool. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and probably hide there. So he's going to hide and then move into ruins 4. So hide, move, runes for alert phase. The only problem with all of that is that our guy desperately needs to rest. So we are in a little bit of trouble here too. Is there a way? So that sucks because there's no good way. Well, that's not true, right? So we know the ogres are dead. 1, 2, 3. So if I move into Nut Woods, that is a safe move. So move. into the nut woods, and then we're going to start resting. And that's going to take probably one more day to get ourselves sorted here. Because to cast transform, we need, what is it? We need both these chits back and one of them flip. So we're going to head to the Nutwoods instead. We're going to play it safe, head to Nutwoods. Number 3, who is this? This is the captain. So what the hell is the captain trying to do? So the captain has Monster Lure. The shrine sort of sucks. So this is the shrine. This guy is a pain in the ass for my guard. He is not a good fight. And Power of the Pit really, really can suck for the captain. So, having said that, we really need to get something for the gift exchange. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hide, move to the shrine, search and search, and our guy is going to do the same. But he's not going to follow us this time. He's doing his own hides, his own searches, etc. Done. And now we are on to the wizard. The wizard, who's the only guy who has a point in terms of cards, I should say. Although, let's see, the captain is winning prowess. The magician is in second place, so I will at least give them that much. Done. We'll keep the scores up to date here. We'll do a little bit better job maybe moving forward. So I've used my gold magic already. And where is the wizard heading? The wizard is heading to the camp. He could also, we do also need to rest because we do want, so were I to rest, that gets my chip back. Do a spell, that gets my chip flipped and back and ready to go. And he does not have to spell X ahead of time. Then he's going to move to 5. And then we're going to search. So, and we're probably going to use the insight to find it immediately. So all good. We are going to have found that thing instantly, with the danger simply being drawing these monsters here and making this a rough haul. So that's it. We are ready for day 4. Let's get a monster roll on record. 4 giants and trolls. And the Lancers. Okay. Berserker is first. Wizard is second. And the captain's lackey is third. And then the captain's 5th. Magician is 4th. So first thing is first. We're going to the Berserk, who's going to go here. I believe he is hidden, right? Yep, he's hidden. Well, I mean, he's hidden. He absolutely is. And now he's going to try to search. He's going to do a locate. He needs a 3, 2, or a 1 here. 3, 2, or a 1. No, not at all. And he is done. Giants and trolls are gray. We don't see any gray. So if we see a gray hexagon, that's what's going to be dangerous. That is done. The wizard goes 1 to there. But what does he do in the meantime? Well, he rests this chip. He does not need a spell X phase. He enchants that with a spell phase. And now he's going to absolutely search and use insight. And he has found the cairn. So he uses his card. I do like that about the cards. I know I'm not a purist, by the way. I'm not a purist. I like all the little tweaks and powers. I like the fact that if I have take cover, I can play aggressive. I like having the cert. Like I like all that. I know a lot of people wouldn't. And this mod's not for everybody. I get that. So we got archaeological dig. We need a clearing in the ruins. Well, gee, because the wizard's the luckiest freaking character in this game. Ruins 3. We're gonna put a chip on Ruins 3. And it's right there. There's our dig site. But we have found the cairn done. And I don't think anything, well, let's see. Does anything appear here? Oh, we got Roar 4 and Bones. Ooh, it all happens. Bones is first and then Roar. I do not like that, by the way. Roar's here. But Bones going to be right on top of us. So we're going to have to figure that out. That is dangerous for the wizard, by the way. So we're going to figure that out. Next character is the captain's buddy. The captain's buddy is going to hide and move to 4. So hide. He does. So he is hidden. So I flip him to the dark side there. And he is going to search 2 times looking for a 4 or a 1. No and no. 2 fails. He finds nothing. Does anything appear? Stink. Yes. Giants appear. Yeah. Stink M. Here comes a giant. Clunk, clunk, clunk. I don't like giants for the guard. It's not quite their spiel, but makes me think I should start grabbing soldiers. All right, the magician. So the magician goes the magician grabs extra chip 1, 2, 3, and then the magician's gonna rest. 2, right? Yeah, guy 2. So we go 3 to the woods, and now we're gonna rest, and we're gonna drag that back in, and we are done. And that woods, no one appears, and so we are done. And we have really 2 things and the captain. I'm sorry, and the captain's going to go. The captain's going to hide, and he does. And the captain's going to search twice, so he's looking for a 4 or a 1. And he gets a 4, so he finds the shrine. So the captain finds the shrine, done. And now he's going to loot the shrine. So very, very fun. There are what? There are 4 cards in the shrine, I believe. 4 cards in the shrine. So we're looking for a 1, 2, 3, or 4 here. Bam, we get the 4th card, which is the 6th card in this pile. So numlock 6, I believe. We get the potion of energy. We get to play all of the whatchamacalls, all the asterisks in a round. The nice thing about that is not that we get to play all the asterisks in a round. It's that we get a treasure that we can hand to the soldiers to do the damn gift exchange, and they might have something better. But we are done, and so now it is time to do these combats. So let's take a look at the wizard first. So what is the state of the wizard? Well, he's not hidden, so that's an issue. I mean, I hate to say it, but so they're on our sheet. First round, we're probably going to sleep them. So we're going to play this and this. And because this is lower than all their moves, or equal to, because casting spells, you don't have to be lower, just equal to. And because it's going to hit them, now hold on, we have to flip this. Yeah, because it hits them on either side. Because it hits them, because sleep has to hit you, these guys go to sleep. And so they are done. And so we have to burn our chits, but we're alive. So these guys doze, and we have to figure out what the hell we're going to do tomorrow. Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm probably going to just walk out of there first thing. Um, if you're hidden, so if he is hidden, he can do medium star damage. So he can kill those guys. He can't kill the tremendous. The wizard cannot do tremendous armor, but he can do just plain old heavy in armor. So if he's hidden, he wins that fight, and if he's not hidden, he cannot win that fight. Well, I mean, it's not like I shouldn't say that. He could win it, but the odds are grievously stacked against him. So let's try to get that hit next time. Captain. So he is hidden. His boys are hidden. Everybody is hidden. So I think this is an auto kill if we're hidden. So let's drag this to El Capitan's sheet, which is sheet number 3. And the reason I say it's an auto kill, let's view our two guys here. So we're hidden. On round 1, that's the most dangerous that this thing will get. Because if this thing flips over, it's going to hit one of these guys, no matter what side they're on, and it's going to be as long as their weapon and as fast as their weapon, which is going to end up in a double kill. We're not going to do that. Well, I suppose it barely matters, does it? It's either way. Because if they wait round 1, then if this thing flips, they are also, good. They're doesn't matter, right? It's fast as it is. So that sucks. It's an auto kill. It's literally just whether or not you are going to die with them. Whether or not one of you is going to die with one of them, pretty much is the issue. Because you would flip this over, and it pretty much comes down to there's it's a 30% chance. So there's a 30% chance you lose one of these guys. Otherwise, I think it's a kill. So I'm going to do this like that. I can't otherwise save this guy. Like, there's no way to save him. And putting more guys on this sheet, I don't think matters, because he's going to hit this guy, and he is absolutely 100% going to hit this guy, and he's going to kill him. It is literally whether or not he flips this club and hits him back. I think we're going to do it. I always hate this fight because this is actually, I think, where the soldiers are better, strangely enough, because I think we have... maybe we don't. Maybe that's just not the case. Oh, it might be the case because these weapons are longer. But they don't auto hit. So I'd have to think about it. Anyway, we're not here talking about the soldiers. We're talking about this one lone guardsman who his buddies have goaded into, like it's a prank or something. they've besmirched his courage, and now he's sneaking out there. So let's roll with this 6. So this goes down. The giant flips up. Does his club flip or not? This is the key. And we're looking for not a 6, and we get not a 6. So what happens is, this is round 2. So weapon speed is first. His attack goes first. He does tremendous damage to the giant and kills him for 8 points. So that's that. So we get our 8 points. Bam. So that puts us at 14 prowess, which is pretty good. I also think we do not have Giant Slayer. That stinks. That's not us. That is the Berserker. So the Berserker was looking for that. Now we could have done Monster Lore, and maybe that would have been better to just move out and do it. But I did want this spot. I really did. I mean, I want to loot that damn shrine if I can. So we did get the kill. We got 14 prowess, and we are done. And we're still in the lead with prowess. So nothing there. Okay. I think that's our day. Berserker is going to hide, search 3 times. This is an easy day for our Berserk. Our lovely, hold on, we hired him on day 1, so this is R5. It's going to go away. I just need to make sure I remember that. Our lovely magician. So I need one of these. We've already cast Nudge, so I actually do not need anything else. I need this chip for this spell. So that's pretty easy. Oh no, wait. Nudge is the type 8. That's this one. Poison's the type 8. And Nudge is a type 8. Right. So unfortunately, my type 8 is doing double duty. So I'm just going to put this out of the way because this guy is the important one. So I am going to rest once to get the 6 back. I'm going to rest twice to get the 8 back. And then I'm going to spell X and spell. And that's going to be my day. Done. And I will be able to cast Transform, and I'll be able to cast Poison. And there you go, done. Okay. I sort of mentally screwed that up. I should have taken a type 7. Usually I try to split those up a little better, but I did not. So here I am. That's the magician. Our captain, well, I mean, I would argue that sort of same deal. We're going to hide once, search, and our buddy's going to hide once and search also. And we're going to try to loot the crap out of this thing before we get out of dodge. So we are going to be done there. And then finally, our wizard. I think we're going to we're going to move to 3. Well, I mean, we sort of have to. So we're going to move to 3. I would say we're going to search, and then move to 5. And so this is a little bit game. So here's why I'm doing this. So what I don't want to do is I do not want to spend another day in the ruin if I don't have to. The reason being, the ruin could draw, if it's a lost city, right? So if you're in the lost city, lost castle, it behooves you to not sit in there multiple days and draw a bunch of freaking monsters, right? So we could draw, now we're done with trolls, so that's good. But we could still draw spiders. We could still draw the imp, right? We could draw goblins. So we could draw snakes. There's a lot of shitty rolls in here still. So I'm going to go here, search twice, hope to find the dig, and then get out of here. And then only a 3 is dangerous, right? Because only a 3 pops whatever. If this is either a 3 or a 2. I suppose it could pop vipers, so that's my fault. So it could be wolves or vipers. Either of which really sucks, by the way. So we're hoping, but then I'll have to take cover. Effective. But we're sort of saving this. We're saving this time. We want to go in there with a full-on the ability to get that done. So we all have day 5 written, and so now it is day 5. So let's roll. And we get a 6, so it's bats. Okay, all right. Looks like the captain's buddies are first. The captain is all the way in 4th. Okay, so captain's buddies are going to hide. They do, and they're going to search 3 times, which are going to be 3 loot. So we need a 1, 2, or a 3 to loot this bad boy, and we get a 5. So that's 1, 2. Come on, you got this. No, 3. So 3 fails, and then we are done with their day. Our berserker is going to hide. He does, so he is hidden. Might as well turn these guys over. And then he's going to search 3 times in an attempt to get his 1, 2, or 3, and he does. So he finds this passage here. So the berserker has found Cliff 6-3 green. Done. Check that bad boy off. Oops, if I clicked that 18 times. But that's all he does today, and nothing appears because there's no bats in the cliff. Done. Wizard goes here, searches twice. We're looking for a 4 or a 1. 4. Bam! I think he just found the archaeological dig. In the runes, locate the site. He gets a VP, so that's his second card. Oops, no. His second card, which is dig. So he's got 2 card points. That brings him to 2 points there, and he gets 5 gold. So that's going to add to his 10 base, of course. And now he has 15 gold. Oops, 5. Okay, 5. Which is going to mean he's winning gold as well. Which is going to put him at 4 points. And remember, those points are very fluid because other people can just get, if you have 16 gold, you're going to take a point away from the wizard. So he turns in dig site. He also gets a small treasure, by the way. Good point. He gets a tiny hut up here, which we will place in a second. But then he moves here. He does get a small treasure. Now, the way we do it in this game, just because of how this goes, we shuffle a new deck, and we can have duplicate treasures, whereas in the base game, we don't. We have 1 deck, and you can't have duplicate treasures. And so the wizard draws the Ointment of Steel, acts as armor, so intercepts everything other than tremendous. That's pretty cool. Yay, I suppose. Ooh, it is ruins. Ooh, wolves. Thankfully, we did not roll a 3, or else the wizard would actually be very likely dead. That sucks. So I'll have to think about what I want to do. I was hoping for a campfire, if I was to be honest, because then this could become sort of a free, easy spot to back into. Because we do not have fiery blast, so we are not fighting. We could do it with the ointment. But that is a hard fight for the wizard. You could do it though, but you could easily take a bunch of wounds too, which would sort of suck. Now the funny part is, with sleep ready, not alerted, but with sleep up and running, that could be a decent fight for him, because you could sleep like 4 of the wolves and kill 2 of them or something, right? You could dink around a little bit, but I don't know that that's worth it for him right now. He is better off Now that he's found what he needs to find in the dig site in a day, um, oops. Ah, geez. Okay, here we go. And I forgot to change this to dig, but that's gone, and now it's tiny hut. So that's my fault. We can place a visitor in a woods clearing of your choice. So we're going to do that effectively tomorrow morning, but I'm going to place the guy right now because it's easier for me to remember. And so who does he like? No, the war, none of them. He cares for none of these guys. So instead, we're going to take the shaman because he at least has a spell that we like. Yeah, we're taking the shaman. And the shaman is going to get a nice little spot right here. So there you go. And then we'll draw a quest card and put it face down just to show that we got that. So done. Tiny hut will erase. And done. That was a monumentous day for our wizard. Okay. So who is next? Speaking of monumentous days, the captain. Captain hides. He does. Searches 3 times. We're looking for a 3, a 2, or a 1. That, I swear to you, that was a 1. So that's 1 roll. He has 3 shots at this. That's his 2nd roll. That's his 3rd roll. He blows it each time. He finds nothing, and nothing finds him. He is done. The magician. Resting twice, so he brings back this chit and this chit. Spell X's. So that turns that purple over. So he can cast Transform again. He can cast Nudge with the gold. He can cast Poison with the gray. So he is sort of whole right now. So that's good. Yeah, so that's good. That works for him. So that's it. He is done. And nothing shows up there because nothing is alive in those woods. So we're going to write day 6 here in 1 moment. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, quick pause there. We're ready to write day 6. So we are in at the, so the berserker is down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He could the berserker kill a spider if he's unhidden? So the berserker against an unhidden spider. So here we're not super worried. Here it's a little more worrisome because we can't auto hit this guy. Right? We cannot auto hit him. We can beat his time, but we can't auto hit. So that's a rough haul. But I don't think it's a loss. I think it's probably still an auto win. So what I'm going to do, where does he want to end up? Where do you want to end up, sir? Closer to the mountain, I would argue, or maybe closer to getting out of Dodge, getting to a Giant Slayer. Maybe closer to Stink. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. And he just walks this. So 3, 5, 3, 2. That's what we're going to do. We're going to move 3, move 5, move 3, move 2. And that's it. He should score Explore. Cliff. He should score it. We don't know for sure, but he should score it. I'll write it there to remind myself, and then we'll see what happens. The magicians. The magician is at least, he is ready in the sense that all his spells are good to go. He is golden with spells. I am weirdly missing a chit for the magician. Where the hell is... Oh, there it is. It's his nudge chit. Son of a bitch. Okay, right. So the magician is ready, but the magician has to get to the damn crag. So he's either going to have to search or he's going to have to deal with this guy. There really is no other benefit to dealing with that guy other than getting the prowess. So he'd get 8 points. So which is great. I mean, that's not a bad thing. That would put him at 11 and give him a firm second place. But he would burn his transform again. But he would burn his transform again. I mean, I don't know that that's a problem. But then the next day you're going 1-2. That is a problem. And you're hoping not to get any goddamn snakes, really. Can't really deal with the serpents super well. I think we hide twice. Move to the tremendous troll. Done. That's the plan. Let's hope for the best. Number 3. So, wow, that was a fruitless day. So we're going to try one more day here to get that done. Okay, and finally, our wizard. So our wizard burned his damn sleep. So if I do rest, that's going to get this back. Spell, I can sleep again. So done. So I've got everything back and ready to go. And then, I don't love it. I don't love it at all. I could instead. So I could do this. So I could do this. I could hide. I could hide here. Move. Move. Back to the cairn. And then I could search. And I could use my take cover if I needed it. And instead of relying on the sleep, just assume that I'm going to escape into hiding and then back off and reassess if I need to. So play aggressive because I have take cover. Let's get a goddamn treasure out of this thing, right? And then we can fatigue an asterisk, which sucks a little bit because we do not have a lot of asterisks to fatigue, unfortunately. We just do not have a lot of asterisks to fatigue. You would be fatiguing this move chit, unfortunately. So it's not great, but let's see what happens. And it's fatigue each roll or after every search. So you are absolutely 100% fatiguing 100%. And you are relying on the fact that you will surprise kill one of these guys and then second round kill the second one with a flame sword, netting yourself 15 points, and you're all of a sudden in the battle. You're all of a sudden in the battle for prowess, I should say. So that's going to be the move, and let's do it. So this is day 6. Sort of it's culminating in a little bit of excitement, I think. A tiny bit of day 6 excitement, and we have, oh shit, giants and trolls. Well, that's going to put a big kibosh on the wizard's plans, strangely enough. So that sucks a bit. What is his quest, by the way? We'll write it, the challenge. Um, well, we will roll it real quick because we're here. So 1d6 plus 2, because we did that chart wrong. So we have the company at the guard. Company at the guard. So that guy with up there by himself. I don't love that, but okay. All right. We do what we do, and it is the wizard first, so he's gonna unfortunately see that his move is going to sort of fall flat, but he's gonna hide first, and he does, and he goes here. Unfortunately, the trolls are prowling, so this troll prowls on top of him. He does get to search though once, so he's gonna draw from the cairn. He's gonna fatigue his M4. And he's going to draw from the cairn. So he gets to roll 2 dice. It's a loot roll. He gets the 4th treasure in the pile. And it is the good book. Okay. Not the worst. He can't learn either of those spells, mind you. He could awaken them. Can't really learn them, but he could awaken them. But now he is stuck there, and he can't kill the Tremendous, which is unflippin' fortunate, because that's what the plan was, right? To kill those 2 little ones, get your 15 points, and all of a sudden you're in the lead. In prowess, too, you're up with 6 points. So, unfortunate for our guy. He is done. Captain. The captain's going to do his thing. So he hides, which he does. He's going to try to loot 3 times. He's looking for a 3, a 2, or a 1. That's 1 fail. That's a 2nd fail. I can see when they spin 6s. And that's the 3rd fail, and he is done. And I believe he gets giants again. So he's going to actually screw the Berserker pretty hard, because that 2nd giant is right there. The Berserker goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and done. And he is done. And he scores 2 victory points for his card. And he does get, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him Explore the Cliffs. I'm going to put that right here. It's one of his abilities now is exploring the cliffs, and hopefully I will remember that. Maybe I'll put it here. I don't know where to put it. I don't know where a good place to put it is, but it needs to go someplace where I will see it as I'm doing work. Here we go. He gets 2 VP, and he gets climbing tools each day. Your first move. I suppose it's an item, technically. Costs 1 phase, not 2. So that is a big deal. That is 2 points. And he does get a move buff now every darn day. And he gets natives arrive, so he can call any native group to where they normally would appear. He likes the rogues, he likes the lancers. So done. And he is ready to go. So, Berserker is done. The captain's guys have to hide or else they are stuck. And he does hide. Every time, by the way, I hide, I roll something I could use for the loot. And I don't roll it for the loot. He gets 3 shots at this thing, and he fails once. He fails twice. He succeeds finally at getting the 2nd treasure, which is the 4th card in the pile. Oh, and it is the blasted flippin' jewel. Captain, she, I think I believe that we have ruled that these guys can carry that for him, right? In the past, I've ruled not that, but I believe I was wrong. And we've putzed with that, and there's a lot of, and I don't know where it is. So what's the chance of me actually finding this in a reasonable amount of time? Not very high. Not very high, by the way. Natives. Hire. See hirelings. Okay, we will see hirelings game. I'll go to H. Hirelings. Carrying belongings. 731H. Page 38. I really need to print the deluxe rules or whatever, which are supposedly a little better in terms of a character or hired leader acting as a guide can use the strength of his underlings, which these guys are, who are following him, whether their hiring character approves or not. He can use their move strength to carry items as he moves instead of an active move check. So these guys are all heavy, and so they can carry this heavy thing. So I will put that there with them, and I'll put it right here. That's going to give the captain a great treasure, so we'll put a T on his board. That gives him right now 2 points. The blasted jewel is sort of pointless for him, frankly, but it's a great treasure, and great treasures are not pointless. It's also worth $30, so if he needs to rehire these guys, he does have an option there. But now the Giants in town, and I think, yeah, okay, done. Magician goes in 1-2. I think he is theoretically hidden. He's hides twice. He fails once. Don't fail again, man. Oh no, he fails 2 times. And then these guys all march on to him, which is going to be bad for the magician. that is not a good look for our poor magician. As he is now not flipping hidden. And he does not have great options against our boys here. So, and if he was hidden, this would all be better for him, but this is not hidden. So I have to think about, okay. So knowing what he knows, he's going to burn his nudge chit on the hide roll, and he's going to knock that down to a 5. I mean a 5. So now he's hidden. So that's a little better. In theory, poisoning one of these guys lets him kill the heavy trolls, because he can do M** damage on the heavies. Transforming the big one, assuming it doesn't turn into a death, allows him to kill the little ones. So he'll have to think about whether he takes this fight or not. Because he can... Okay, so anyway. All right, Magician is done, I believe, and we are just looking at fights now. So Captain is hidden. Doesn't have to fight that giant, but I think he's going to fight the giant because it's the same deal as it was first turn. 30% chance of death, 70% chance of success without an issue. If he flips over this way, he auto kills this guy, and it just depends on whether that thing flips or not. That's the entirety of the danger. So we will wait on round one. On round two, we're gonna jump in with guy number two. It's four, so everybody lines up just like this. That doesn't really matter. What matters is this roll, and we're looking for not a 6, and I see a 6 coming up. I can feel it. So these guys kill each other. Done. Bam. He dies, and the giant also dies. So we lose 6 notoriety. We gain 8 notoriety. That's a total of 2 notoriety. These guys all go to the death pool. That sucks. I hate when someone dies on my watch. But them's the breaks. And that's it. We continue on. And he largely took points away from the Berserkers. So I suppose probably not the worst thing you could do. We are not sticking around for the damn demon, though. I'll tell you that right now. The Magician. Oof. Okay. Does the Magician... So the Magician has 2 little trolls and the big troll. The Magician could pull this off, and I'll tell you how. Round 1, he casts poison on one of his guys. Hidden, so it's not going to do any. He's not going to become unhidden, right? He casts on his own, right? He casts on himself. He remains hidden. Oops. I have no idea what I just did. Let's get back to our scary magician there. So we'll look up the ambush rule just to make sure we're getting this correct. Round 2. Round 2. And his type 6 is alerted, of course, because that's what I always say by default. Round 2, we cast Transform on the big troll. If you get something bad, that's bad. If you get something bad and become unhidden, that sucks. If you do not become unhidden, you are fine, effectively. Benevolent spell. Yeah, we're not worrying about that. What we need is, we do need the ambushing. Casting spells. We're probably. I'm not even gonna continue to look it up since I can't quite find it. So what we tend to do is, if you're casting on yourself, it doesn't matter. if you're casting on an enemy. If it's one enemy, you get to ambush, so you get to roll to hide, can keep hidden. If you hit multiple enemies, you do not get to keep hidden. So one of these guys would be poisoned, and they would get an extra asterisk. That would be the guy whose job it would be to kill the trolls. The other guy's job would be to weather the trolls' attacks effectively. And if we got something harmless, then the magician takes that on his feet for the round. And so guy number 1 kills the trolls. Guy number 2 avoids troll number 2, which, don't get me wrong, you could end up dead, which is fine. And then it really comes down to, if you screw up the transform roll, it's going to suck. Do we do this? Where are we at? I say we do it. I say we go for this. So here we go. Let's see what this combat is going to look like. So round 1, we poison, and we're going to poison guy number 7. And I'm going to denote that with a little teeny chip, and we're going to flip that up, and we're going to put a little tiny chip there to denote that this guy has poison on him. Okay, so he is the poison dude. And so he's going to do more damage. And so to cast that, we need type 8, and we need a gray. And so we flip that, and we're done. That's round 1. Round 2, and no one's targeted. Round 2, we cast transform on our guys, not our guys, on the troll. So where this could go bad would be if this literally goes bad. So that's why the nudge chit is helpful. This is our transform roll against the big old troll. We get double flipping 1s. Holy shit. We turn him into a flying dragon. And that is sort of the end of the magician's, the end of the magician. That guy is a tremendous flying dragon right now. And that sort of sucks. It's no better or worse in a weird way. You know, he strangely doesn't have a crappy side. Now, here's the big roll. We are still hidden, though. So that, thankfully, we are still hidden. The big problem is that this is now tied up. And we cannot cast it again. And we can't jump these guys because they would die. Or we do, and we score 10 points and then get them killed. And that's not great. So after all of that, we literally have lost access to our big spell. And nothing would have helped us, by the way. We could nudge that, and we're still dead. Because that lion kills. Actually, if we'd have done that, then at the very, very, very least, well, we already used nudge, so we're sort of effed. At the very least, this guy could have killed that dude in a mutual assured destruction scenario. So once he gets done killing the trolls, don't get me wrong, we'd have had to have dodged him 3 times in succession, so not great. So I hate to say it, but the magician is going to have to walk off with a big L here, and with nothing to his name. He's burned all his spells, and no longer has use of transform because it's tied up until that stupid troll gets killed. And poison goes away because That's it, and we are done with the day. We just wait out the 2 rounds. We sort of have to wait out the 2 rounds. Here's the bad news: we cannot cast Transform again. Here's the good news: we can at least get another Type 6. But the spell card's tied up. I wonder. Yeah, do I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I never know what the right thing to do there is. By rule, that's tied up forever, both the card and the thing are tied up forever. He could get another chit. Absolutely could. But he technically still cannot cast a spell unless he got another card. Now, what does the shaman teach? Type 3s. Do we care for the shaman in any way? No, we're totally neutral with that guy. So buying a spell off him is super freaking unlikely, really. So a very, very unlucky turn of events, and the magician finds himself really in a little bit of a space there. So I don't know what to do with him at the moment. Everyone else, I think, is doing fine, just fine. So this is day 7s, and we do the day 7s are dangerous, meaning we roll 2 dice, and we roll 2 dice and take both of those monster rolls. So he could appear. These guys could. The Lancers could appear anywhere. Yeah, I think so. So I tell you what we're gonna do is we like the Rogues and the Lancers. So we're gonna play our card first thing, and we're gonna pull the Lancers up. And where are we gonna go with the Lancers? Actually, is my question. I mean, we're gonna put them at the campfire. Done. So there you go. So the Lancers are done, and we get rid of this card. So done. And tomorrow we will have this card right there. And so let's just make sure that we are good. And there you go. We've erased that card. The Berserker himself is going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And he's going to go into, well, he'll hide and go 1, 2, 3. So we'll hide and go to 6, just in case. So we'll hide and then move, move, move into ledges 6. Done. And, or, well, oof. No. That's a bad. I mean, ideally what I would love is I would love to go in there and I have 2 chances to roll a 4. So here's what I'm thinking with the Berserk. So maybe I don't go that far in. I have 2 chances to roll 2 chances to roll a 4. If I roll a 4, I'm going to get a giant back, and done. I have a giant, and I can do Giant Slayer. I don't want to end up in. I don't want to end up here because I don't want to get jumped by the damn demon because that could suck. So I need to go past this space. So if I hide and go 1, 2, 3, and end up in 6, then I have the option to come back this way, maybe. And so I will do that. Or I could go here, just go. Go hide, move, and then end up in 1, and that gets me closer to being back. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do that. So he is done. The poor magician, he's freaking screwed is what he is. Like, he is absolutely 100% screwed. No freaking doubt about it. No doubt about it. So, yeah. So we're just going to have to... A 4 is bad, a 5 is bad, a 3 is bad. Pretty much that. And 2 is bad. They're all those numbers really, really suck. So I believe that we're going to move to 6, and then we're going to have to hide, and we're going to have to hope for the best. And done. And then our 3, our captain. So the captain's doing great. He's found a couple treasures. One guy is dead on his watch. Yeah, sucks. That sucks. I say he heads back for a gift exchange with his buddies at the house. It's a long haul, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say we... Smoke M is going to be these guys. These guys sort of suck for us. So, yeah, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to end up in 3. I'm going to hide, move, and end up in 3. And we'll end up there. Done. And our 4th character, the wizard, I don't like that challenge at all. We did pull the good book. That's cool. I'm going to go 1, 2 to Nutwoods. I'm going to rest once because all I need to do is rest once. And now I can cast my magic. And I am going to, well, I can always be hidden. That's the weird, scary part. So I think, oh God, I'm going to rest here and search here. Done. And I'm going to use take cover to just, but man, you are begging to draw so much credit. But I'm gonna do it. So okay, maybe, maybe could be a bad idea, right? The danger would be spiders, and it would be the trolls again. So if you draw the trolls again, you'd have the trolls. But having said that, you have the hidden. So you have the get out of jail free card. And it's just such a rough to do that on day 7 is so dicey. No, you know what I'm going to do? Damn, I'm going to absolutely. I'm going to move to the Nutwoods, and I'm going to rest and rest again, and that will allow me, if I need to get out of dodge. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I might, if I roll a 3 on the 2 dice, then the ogres are going to show up in the Nutwoods, and he's going to pop diplomat and get an ogre buddy and get a victory point. So that's where we're at. So, okay, it is day 7. There is gold magic in every clearing. Or no, white and black, I'm sorry, in every clearing. We make 2 monster rolls today. And we got we got 2s and 5s. So, not great. Not great for the wizard who wanted a little bit more. These guys come off. Our lovely wood folk come off the board. And strangely enough, that's it. Nothing else has showed up. So let's run our day 7s here. El Capitan is going with his buddy because his buddy is following him. And where the hell is the captain going? The captain is moving to M3. So he is going move to M3. And I think he's hiding. Yeah, he tries to hide once. And he does. And so everybody is hidden. And we do get a spider out of this deal. And that spider comes and shows up right here on us. Nope, right there. There you go. And now we're covering him up. So let's just do that. Okay. And we are done. That was it. Magician moves and hides, right? So he moves there. And he goes for the big hide. And he does. Pops it. So, what the hell happens there? Well, every freaking thing. So, because we get 2s and 5s. I don't think Patter is good in caves, so the spider's only going to appear in the mountains. The cairns and the statue do draw, though. And hold on, so cairns and statue do draw. So statue gets the imp, cairns gets the spider there. And serpents in slither. Serpents in slither, done. Oh, that is awful. Awful, awful, awful. Okay. And we are done. The wizard goes 1, 2, and then he is going to rest twice, and he's going to pull. I would argue probably those 2 chits in. And he is done because nothing then appears. The berserker goes 1, 2, and then hides twice. And he does. And this spider comes onto the berserker instead of the captain. But no giants, which sort of sucks. But the shrine pops. Ooh, yeeks. Oh, wait, the shrine popped on this guy too. So the berserker's getting all the goodies. That's 2 and 5. Yeah. So the captain also got that, but he was hidden. And this guy just goes right there. So, oof. I mean, that fight is not good for the Berserker at all. So we're probably just going to sit here and doze. In the meantime, the Magician's in a bind. The Wizard's in a decent enough spot. So let's take a quick look at what we got here. He gets a guide. So that's auto find a path or passage. So I definitely argue that the Magician is in the worst shape right now. Yeah, we're definitely in the worst shape. Berserker with his 2 points is still looking pretty good because he has the explore the cliffs. The captain looks good, and the wizard, of course, looks good. And both those guys typically do super well. Now the problem the captain has is either one of those monsters, like drawing the spider out for monster lore would be great, but drawing the spider and the demon, not so good. That's not as good for sure. The wizard, I mean, I don't like that challenge. But the take cover does give him options. But not, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel right now. I feel bad for the Magician because I hate when that transform goes awry. And now he's stuck between a rock and a hard place because now he is in the position where he has to hide a move to do anything, and then he can get out of dodge. If he fails the hide, he's killed pretty much. He's actually not killed in this case because he has 2 guys to throw at the enemy, but he's sort of screwed. So that's going to end week 1. The scores, I think, are exactly as you see them. 2, the Berserker. He only has 6 gold, so let me make sure I get that on the books. The Magician only has 3 gold, so I put that here in the scoreboard. I do forget that gold is the one thing I always forget, just because. He has 0 gold, 16 prowess now, though, so 16, good to know. He has 15 gold. He's definitely winning the gold war. Right? Yeah. So I think we are. I think the score of 4-4 to 1-2 is accurate, and I think we are signing off after week 1. So that was an eventful week 1 at least, with a lot going on. Man, I do not know what to do for the Magician, though. I really don't. What do you get for the Rift? That would be enchant with purple or black, which he can't enchant. So he could check the Rift. Check the Rift. He could seal with blood. I mean, I could definitely wound some chits. And he could definitely take a magic chit. I mean, that's true. That would be good. And he can get a lot of chits, but man, that doesn't help him with spells. He's not getting any goddamn, there's no spells coming. So, oh well, I mean, something to consider. Okay, so anyway, that's it for the week. We're going to come back next week. The first thing we need to do is draw 3 events and put those out. So I will put those out here, 1, 2, and 3. So those are going to be the 3 events. We will flip those over, and that might change the board. And maybe our magician then looks a little bit better. I mean, we could go for the statue as well for him, but again, super dangerous. So I think we're going to stick with the plan, and we're going to head up into the crags and get that Spellmaster first, and then we'll figure out what else to do for him. So that's it. I will be thinking about that for a day or two. I will talk to y'all later. Thanks a lot. And let me save for sure. Overwrite this bad boy. That is saved. Good night. I'll talk to you later.